Alright guys, hello and welcome to another video. Now today is going to be a little bit different. I've had a few people messaging me on my Instagram asking me what I use for my vlogging setup in terms of camera, microphone, all that sort of stuff. So if you have no interest whatsoever in making videos or basic filmmaking, feel free to click out of today's video and join us tomorrow for the next video. It'll be back to the normal content. And for those of you that have clicked on today's video to see my YouTube setup for under $1,000 and what I believe to be the best YouTube setup for under $1,000, you're in luck. I'm going to take you through that. And if you're new to the channel, just a quick introduction. My name is Ben. I'm an Australian currently living in Japan, and normally I make videos about life in Japan, things to do in Japan, food, and all that other good stuff. If you may be interested, consider subscribing to the channel down below. I do appreciate it. And guys, let's get into today's video. Actually guys, there is one more thing that I need to tell you before I tell you my budget under $1,000 vlogging setup. And that is, when you first get started with YouTube or making videos, the best camera is the one that you got. Now, for my first, I think 10 videos on this channel, they were all made 100% with my mobile phone. I didn't have a camera, I didn't have a microphone, didn't have any of that stuff. So, if the only thing stopping you from getting started with your YouTube channel is the camera, just start. What's the worst thing that can happen? If you're looking for a push over the edge, just do it. And if you really love it, then invest in a camera. Also, I'm no technical expert, so if you're looking for all the numbers and all that sort of stuff, I'm not your guy. I'm just going to take you through, keep it as basic as possible, take you through what my setup is, why I use it, if I like it or not, and that's it. Let's get back to it. Alright guys, so the camera I use for my vlogging is the Canon M50, otherwise known as the Canon EOS Kiss M in Japan. As you can see, the autofocus is pretty good. It has face tracking. It's also got a flip out side screen, which is awesome, and a viewfinder on top. The only downside to the camera would be the fact that you can't shoot, or you can shoot 4K, but it's heavily cropped, so I wouldn't recommend using 4K. If you're just a YouTuber or a basic filmmaker, then 4K is, you don't really need it, and this camera is a great YouTuber camera. It's compact, it's very small, it's versatile, it picks up great shots, and with the package that I picked up, it came with an extra lens too. The lens that's on there now, the stock lens, is a 15 to 45 millimeter, and then this is a 55 to 200 millimeter. And I picked this up on Amazon for only 77,000 yen for the complete package there. So I'll pop the US dollars on the screen. Another little downside to the Canon M50 would be the battery life, but that can be easily solved for about 2,000 yen, about $20, where you can pick up two spare batteries, a charger, for, yeah, about $20, and this gets me through the whole day of shooting. It's been awesome so far. If you're really worried, batteries are super cheap on Amazon, so you don't need to stress. And yeah, I would highly recommend the Canon M50. When I was looking at what camera I should get, I was looking for hours and hours and hours, like, oh, what's the best camera I can get for like a budget, a relative budget. I understand $1,000 isn't cheap, but for a budget, and yeah, the Canon M50 stood out. It's got the least cons about it, so I would highly recommend it if you're looking at getting a YouTube camera. So next up, the second most important thing, if not the most important, is the audio. When I was deciding what microphone to get, it was so difficult. I didn't know what to get. Like, there's pros and cons with everything, but I didn't have a lot of money to blow, so I ended up going with the Rode Video Micro, and that ended up setting me back at 7,461 yen. Obviously in Japan, a bit more expensive than if I was in Australia where they're made, but I'm very happy with the Rode Video Mic. when I'm outside, because I do a lot of outside shooting, it's pretty good at blocking the wind off. If you're interested in hearing how it does outside, my last 3 videos or 4 videos were shot with the Rode Video Micro, so if you're interested, check it out and you can hear that there's little to no wind noise. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pull this microphone out so I can show you guys what it sounds like with the standard M50 built-in mic. So now what you're listening to is without the Rode Video Micro. I hope you can hear a difference, otherwise I have wasted $70. But yeah, I highly recommend the Video Mic. I'm gonna pop that back in. So yeah, I highly recommend the Video Micro. It is awesome. It does more than what I expected, and yeah, I'm very happy with it. So next, I use a Joby GorillaPod 3K for walking around. It's awesome. I can connect it to heaps of things. I highly recommend a tripod because I'm in a lot of situations where I need to place the camera down, and you obviously don't want to risk it scratching the bottom of the camera or anything. So I'm using the Joby 3K. I have a few friends that have some of the other Joby GorillaPods, and they inform me that the 1K, it's not stable enough and to go with the 3K, so I went with it. I'm happy with it. I've been using it for a few weeks now, and yeah, it's a lifesaver. I love it. Now, I also picked up a mini little tripod here. It's just like 1,000 yen, $10, and this is for my iPhone when I'm out and about. If I got my camera shooting a different angle or something, I will set up the iPhone. Now, just a standard, like this was the cheapest tripod I could find. 1,000 yen, happy days, I'm not complaining. I should also mention my Joby GorillaPod 3K came in at about 5,500 yen off Amazon. Now there's always deals floating about online, so be sure to check and don't just rely on your chain department store. You never know what deals you can pick up online, and that goes with the cameras too. If you're looking for a camera, there's refurbished deals all over the internet that you can pick up, secondhand cameras that are just as good. Like they're the same thing, just with a little bit of mileage, which is no problem. Next up we have my SD card. Now I'm using a SanDisk 128GB Extreme Pro. This was awesome. It's super quick with my import-export speeds and all this sort of stuff. Obviously, if I'm out filming a whole day, I don't use an external hard drive. I literally get my stuff off my SD card, edit it through my iPhone. Literally, all my videos are filmed through, edited through my iPhone. And then I delete whatever's on my SD card off. If you are wanting to keep it, then obviously I would recommend looking into an external hard drive too. But the 128GB SanDisk does me wonders for the day. I love it. Now, if you are anything like me and you are editing 100% through your iPhone, for me I got the iPhone 11, it's awesome for editing. But that's not what we're talking about right now. If you are editing on your iPhone, you're gonna need an SD card reader. This thing is awesome. It's made for iPhones. For my first 2 videos through this camera, I was using the built-in Wi-Fi function where you can get the mobile application for Canon on your phone. And it was terrible. I don't recommend it. It was taking like 4 or 5 hours to get just like 1 hour worth of footage onto my phone, and it was not ideal. This thing will take you under 10 minutes. It is very, very good. So my total for the complete setup, the camera, the Video Micro, the Joby GorillaPod 3K, the extra batteries, the SD card reader, my whole setup came to 99,000 yen, 89 or something like that. I will pop it up on the screen and in US dollars for you. But yeah, around 930 US dollars for the complete setup, and so far it has been awesome. When I was vlogging through my iPhone, the iPhone is great, like don't get me wrong, but when I was vlogging through my iPhone, there was a lot of times that I needed to use my iPhone while I was filming, and obviously it's impossible to do two things at once through the phone. So this camera has been awesome. Also, the autofocus on the face has been great, and obviously the wider angle when I'm vlogging outside. So if you are looking at investing in a budget under $1,000 setup, this would be my recommendation, guys. If you have got any use out of today's information, then be sure to smash that thumbs up. I do appreciate it, and consider subscribing to the channel. I hope this has helped you out, even in the smallest way. If you do have any questions about my setup, make sure to leave a comment down below. I will answer every single comment. And guys, thank you for watching today. Take care. I will see you tomorrow in the next one. Peace.